I know, that's what I was just laughing about. It's just that way. I'm sure she'll pop back on. Exactly. I hate for her to miss the anthem now. Cheers. Anyway. It's so funny. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Oh. Mhm. Oh, I'm glad. Ah, yep. Hmm. 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 Yep. Good point. Look. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should put myself on audio. Okay. I heard your Friday the 13th story, and then I think I kept dropping in and out. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Maybe I should put myself on just audio. How do I do that so that I keep a better signal? Any ideas? Okay. All right. I'll talk until you tell me that you can't.
Yeah,
Well, something just happened. I don't know what. Can you still hear me?
I still hear and see you.
Let me see. Did I just go dead?
Nope, you're there. Oh,
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
yeah, we can hear
All
you.
right.
Yeah,
Then
she's on hold
I
delay.
heard bits. Okay, good. All right. I heard bits and yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so sometimes life delivers things that,
Oh, she's good.
challenges and things. What are you going to do?
Mhm.
Right? It's all in how you handle it, not what happens. So this is life, it takes twists and turns. And sometimes you lock your keys in the car and sometimes you do what I did yesterday, which was hopefully y'all can hear me because this is pretty funny. I was wearing a pair of shorts with a shallow back pocket, and I put my phone in there, and then I went to the bathroom, and guess where the
Oh,
phone went? Yeah.
did you retrieve it?
Yeah, so I spent the day, yes, exactly. Not only did I have to retrieve it,
Oh, she froze up. Yep.
experience and take the cannoli, leave the experience, take the telephone, or leave to go to the ladies' room, leave your. When you talk about a topic about what you can hear me or cannot?
You're going in and out.
I'm going to keep on talking. Okay.
Oh, can hear you. That's kind of funny. You're back, son.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So, oh man, this is challenging, huh? What do you want and how do you get it? Okay, so the plan for that, aside from dropping phones and toilets and locking keys in cars and having the dates line up so that it seems even more ominous, is that you come up with a plan for what you want. And you have to really think through what would be my ideal day. Now, I just wanted to tell you, if you can still hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. That I found that exercise a tiny bit challenging because I don't like every single day to be exactly the same. My ideal day changes from day to day. So I did more or less an ideal week, and it's what I usually talk about in videos anyway, which is whatever is going on, just try and elevate your thoughts to somewhere one notch up if you can't get somewhere fantastic and good. Like when you drop your phone in the toilet, for instance, your first reaction is to not feel so happy right in that moment. But then I thought, well, there's a lot worse things that can occur. Just get the thing and fix the situation, and that's all that you can do, and move on. That's not exactly part of what I would put on a dream board for an ideal day, spending it fixing that, but these things occur. And so when you segue with them and roll with your punches, and that's why I always say, never let anything slow your roll, because the truth is that if you have an ideal day, or exactly what you want, and I think we're pretty clear on what our vision is, and that is to, help other people generate, good feelings so that they can go out and grab whether it's within our business or any other business that you happen to be in, online or offline, I don't care. The point is that you have to feel good in order to get anywhere. good and help other people feel good about what they're doing, because we've all had enough of those bosses where they don't feel very good in general, so therefore you can't spend a day with them and feel very good, right? So feeling very good about yourself is really important as a leader, because if you can't help yourself, how on earth are you going to help other people elevate themselves? So when Linda was talking about just stopping in, I mean, literally that conversation via a private message on Facebook took all of 15 minutes for just verbalize the story and be done with it. Let it go. And that's exactly what occurred. I think sometimes just in the telling of a quick story where you're having, I dropped my phone in the toilet, pretty quick story, right? Okay, your friends will laugh and say, hey, well, they'll either range from, hey, dumbass, or to, oh, you poor thing. But either way, you're feeling a little bit elevated, right? And see, Linda's laughing at my situation. That would have made me laugh. And it's like, you know what? It isn't the end of the world. Right. There's very few things that actually prop up in your life that are the end of the world. They're not. They're challenges. Deal with them in the best way possible and move on, because life presents a lot of challenges, and there are times when sometimes, and that's so funny that I'm even thinking this thought, but, we're all over 40, and we like to just say that over 40 thing because, 40 is the new 20 and 20 is the new, you're not even born yet, and all that. But if you're, what is that about? I mean, but to me, it's kind of one of those things where
I like that.
Once you've had, Exactly. We won't go any further down that line, because I could add to that a lot to that. But yeah, so it's one of those situations where, when you see or when I read about, some people in their 20s who haven't really gone through a whole lot of really life challenge yet, and the challenges haven't really hit home, and they're actually saying things about how to handle adversity, and many of them have. This is true, but a lot have not had the decades of life, because life comes at you 60 miles an hour pretty much every day. Yeah. And that's why locking your keys in your car, things that may have tripped you up at 18 or even 23, you're calling all your friends to come and help you. At 40-something, you go, okay, I locked the keys in the car. Do I have my AAA card on me? Oh, wait a minute, I locked that in the car too. Oh, do I have a dime to make a phone call? Oh, wait, I locked all my change in the car too. I mean, you just start getting resourceful, and you handle it. Right. And you handle it, right? All right. And so, okay, so back on topic about how to get what you want. Okay, we don't want any of that stuff. But the truth is that when you hang out there, what the true goal is, that's out there in the atmosphere. As long as you're kind of energetically living it on some level, these little things that crop up, they just crop up. You handle it, and you still stay focused on that goal that's out there. That is your vision. Because when we talk about whys and the vision in life, it really is, and the three of us are sitting here, and it's interesting because I think we've had the short conversation, and even in a bigger group in boot camp, about build it and they will come. Because the truth is that even if there's only 4 people listening to us today, there will be 40 in a month. There will be 400 in a year. There will be 4,000 in 2 years. And that is the way that things like this work, because we're here to help energize you. We're here to kick off your week and inspire you and motivate you to do whatever it is that you want to do in business, whether you're in our business or not, online or offline. And so, that's my story. I think I'll pass it over to Nancy. And I didn't hear, did you tell the Princess Mafia story at the beginning? Yes. Okay. Because you know what? Honestly, there's new people that join in every week. And so I'm sorry, but that story needs to be told each and every week, because otherwise, what does Princess Mafia mean to you? Not much. It means you see 3 women with pink hats. Okay, well, that's cool too.
Sometimes that's just good
because
enough.
I love my pink hat. Sometimes that's just good enough, especially if you drop your phone in the toilet or you lock your keys in the car. You got your pink hat. But I always have the pink hat. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, God. Well, okay. So I just wanted to tell you one funny mafia story if you're up for it. I've got 5. What time is it? Are we good? Okay. Okay, well, I have a friend who actually, her dad was in the mafia when we were young. And so this chickie came to school after visiting her dad in Florida after on a Christmas vacation, and she had Lisa written in diamonds on her necklace. And everybody was asking if that's real, and they were like, what the hell? Right? But I just walked up to her and I said, that is freaking badass. Your dad is awesome. Well, flash forward many years later, she's out in California visiting me, and she said, my old bodyguard from high school, remember him, Louis? I said, oh my God, is that who that guy was? And she said, yeah, I never told anybody.
Oh, wow.
So no, it was a trip. And so Louis was in town, and we went out to dinner up in LA, and we're sitting at the table, and he told this story about Joe Pesci. You know who Joe Pesci is,
Yeah.
right? All the Godfather movies and all that.
God, yeah.
Well, he was
He's
in
so
yeah, right, exactly. So Louis was his bodyguard for a time because Lisa outgrew him, didn't need him anymore. And so he went to Hollywood and he worked for Joe Pesci. So he's sitting in an office with him as Joe Pesci's, going for a role. And the man across the desk, the casting director, says, well, what are you going to do if you don't get the role? Whack me? And the guy said, no, Louis is going to do that.
Man, I could use a Louis on my side, too.
I know, right? Exactly. Just keep pointing at him anytime something happens. Just talk to him.
I like it. Great stories, then.
Yeah. Louis. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, he knows people, and he looks the part. So whatever you're visualizing, yes, that's what he looked like. Oh my God. I was just going to turn it. Yeah, it was a great time. He told many funny stories, but that was the best of them. But it was funny because I grew up with this girl, and we knew each other actually more in high school. And we went to different high schools together, which was true. But even when she came out on Saturday nights and Friday nights, this guy was always hanging out somewhere. You know, this Italian-looking guy. He was always hanging out in the atmosphere. But she never introduced, and she never mentioned that it was her bodyguard. But it was her bodyguard. Yeah. I'll give you another story next week. See, it's almost as funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm putting that in mine, too. I like that.
Find Louis.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. An entourage. I love it. I'm almost about to say, let's turn it over to Nancy. And every time, I know. She's trying to get on the hotline to Louis and see if he's available for. We need for him to whack the black people if this is what's going to keep happening. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully she'll come back on. But yeah, the other thing I was going to say about the ideal day is if it's really hard for you to do that exercise, as it was for me for a week, is just start a dream board. Just start picking out things that in magazines and things that turn you on for whatever the reasons are. And you know what? I have nothing against exotic sports cars and houses and all that stuff being on there, because if your vision truly is helping other people and you're delivering with value, then you deserve those things. I'm sorry. Money comes along as part of that energy. If you're spreading great energy and giving value, then that energy comes back at you in other ways. And some of that is monetary. And, we all need to get okay with that, because no millionaire out there, no $1 million earner will ever tell you, I don't want that money because I didn't deserve it. No, they feel they deserved it because they delivered value, true value to a lot of people. And that's what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nancy, I'm going to turn it over to you now because you seem to be back.
For the moment, you never know, and that's
for the moment.
And and that's the thing, our subject today, what do you want and how do you get it? Requires having a commitment to yourself to never quit on your dreams. And that is so important because it just seems like nowadays, well, and I say nowadays, like I'm 90 years old or something like that, but seriously, people, well, of all ages, they get so impatient. We want things right now, and the truth of the matter is it takes a long time to get to where you want to go sometimes, and that is because you have to change. You have to be a different person, basically, to receive what it is that you do want. And that's a great thing. And there's many things that need to take place. I mean, for instance, I love being on this format, this live format with the ladies. I love being a part of Princess Mafia. Okay. But where I live, I can't get a proper internet connection. So I have to get out every single morning and I have to find some place. I have to go to the local library. I mean, if you guys think these are the books in my house, I mean, actually, I should just kind of pretend they're the books in my house. Yes, I've read all these books, but seriously, I have to go to the local library. Yeah, this is my library, but, is it inconvenient? It can be, but look what I'm gaining. I am gaining the experience of being on this format and being able to provide value to other people. I mean, that's huge. But I guess what I'm saying is there are things that you have to do that are going to be uncomfortable. And actually, I've learned that you embrace these things that are uncomfortable because it's your breakthroughs. Your breakdowns are your breakthroughs. And every step that you take towards that is going to get you closer to what it is that you want. And we are right now in the company that we're in, we're doing an exercise in designing your perfect day. And it's a 9-minute, actually we should probably post that link. It's a video by Frank Kern that helps you to construct what your perfect day is. And he kind of lays it all out, the things that you should be thinking. What is it that you do in the morning? What does your perfect house look like? How does it smell? I mean, getting it right down to the nitty gritty of exactly what it is that you want. What are you thinking about when you get up in the morning? What is it that you do? Who are you talking to? Who are you having breakfast with? What do you have for breakfast? I mean, it's very, very good. And the more that you take the time to put this stuff down and live this, the closer you are going to get to that perfect day that you want. I mean, it's incredible. I've done this exercise before, and I'm doing it again, and I cannot believe how much I've changed as far as what it is that I want and how I want to go about getting it. I mean, when you take the time to do that, and you do it again down the road, you're a different person, and in a good way. I mean, you're always. You never get to that point in your life where you're saying, okay, I've arrived. I am exactly where I need to be, and I don't need to do anything else. Well, you know what? That's the kiss of death. I'm sorry. It's just like, the whole idea of retirement. I mean, some people want to get to the point where they retire from their jobs and, just do nothing. But if you're not doing anything, we're all slowly dying, and so you may as well do what it is that you want to do when you want to do it. But it does take some discipline, it does take some time, but it's the journey too. You hear that so many times. It's the journey is what is valuable. And my gosh, that is so true. It blows my mind. But doing that perfect day exercise just really, anybody who is on this hangout, I implore you to take the time to do that, because that is going to be your best tool that you can possibly have to take you where you want to go in life. It's not going to fall in your lap, so you have to take the time to do it. I love it, but and I'm finding a lot out about myself. But anyway, I'm going to hand it back to Linda. Did I lose you guys?
I was gonna
Oh,
step
hello?
away and Google that, but I'm afraid to move even a tab on my computer. never a good idea here. And we just lost Nancy. Exactly my point. She will be back, though. See, this is the thing. How to get what you want. This may not be what we want to keep dropping in and out. But the truth is that we want to be here for you bad enough that we keep popping back in. We keep trying to find a connection to get back in because what we have for you is important. It gets hilarious. Exactly.
It is.
Yes.
You just have to make a game of it. I mean, you know,
I love
it
how
is
you
what
just
it is.
popped in.
And we just keep doing
Your
it.
internet just came on and you went, it is.
See?
Exactly.
Just keep
Beautiful
trying.
timing.
I have it right in front of me.
Oh, great.
Yes, I will. Mhm.
Correct. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. Even the part where you even the part where you have even the part where if you have some credit card debt, you know what? Somebody trusted you to be good for that money.
Right.
Somebody trusted you with the cash. And so guess what? Just honor that, be thankful for that, and you know that you got this. Because the truth is that there are many people out there who can't get a loan for anything. They can't.
Mm-hmm.
Their credit's shot, or they just not in the circumstances where that whoever they appeal to feel that they can pay it back. Well, guess what? If you have credit card debt, it means that someone, a banker, the universe, believed in you enough to let you have that money for now. Now it's up to you to have faith in the fact that that will be paid back plus some.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And throw that thought out at the atmosphere, because you cannot hold on to past stuff like that.
Right.
And you cannot hold on to every dime in that way either, because it's not so much even an economic thing. It's not like an economy lesson that I'm here to give you. It's partially just sharing, because if you don't believe that you're sharing, and I was listening to it within our company, we have those inner circle audios about giving away some of the money, whether you just choose to give it to, your church, or you choose to give it in terms of just giving it to other people via some type of charity. Just be thankful and spread that energy around, because it will come back around. Mm-hmm. And now both of these people seem to have disappeared, unless they can still hear me. Can you still hear me?
I could still hear you. I could see you too.
Okay, because I can't see either one of you. You look like you both went away due to poor internet connection, and I'm on my own. Okay, so it's okay. I've got a glass of wine, and I've got whoever is on this blab. So I'm good. It. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah. I'll hold the fort while you guys go search for a bodyguard.
I would have brought a glass of wine, but I don't think they'd let me in the library.
I know. Plus, it's 9 a.m. there. Okay.
Yeah.
I have an excuse. It's 10 p.m. I already started my Monday and it was fab. Hey, I just want to tell you this too. Yes, I'm in Shenzhen. Yes, I'm in Shenzhen. Okay, I'm in Shenzhen, China. So the thing is that you all are starting your Monday morning. We're giving you a jump start on a fabulous week. Well, I'm here to tell you your Monday is going to be awesome because mine's already gone. It was great. Okay, so yours is going to be great. There you go. That's what I would be doing at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning. Coffee or a fruit juice. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hmm, hmm. Yes. Good point, Linda.
I just want to interject one thing right here too, because these are things that you can actually bring into fruition right now. Okay, because I was reading somebody else posted not a video but a post on Facebook about doing the same person or in our group that did the ideal day, and one of her things was she lived in the corporate life for many years and always wanted to just take an early morning swim and have breakfast with her husband. And now she's able to do that because she works at home, where for years, decades, she'd drive her kids to daycare, drive an hour into the city, sit at her desk, have her coffee and her breakfast at her desk, sometimes even her lunch too, and not see her husband or her kids until 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. So sometimes living your ideal day is just as simple as, I want to have coffee with somebody that I dig every morning. It's
Right.
that simple. So start living those things now, because those are the things that will take you into what it is you're actually looking for, because we're not all going to be living on a beach 24/7, because I wanted to say these words on retirement too. If you have an active mind and you've been out there in the world, the truth is that even if your goal is to retire and just play golf, you'll do that for 3 weeks, okay? And on that third week, you'll say, I need more stimulation than this. So the truth is
Right.
that you'll always want to do something. So make
Yes.
it something that you love. And when you can do that and learn how to gear up what we do, I'm just going to get into our business for a moment. I'm not trying to pitch anything. I'm just enjoying what I do, because I know that in years to come, it's going to wind down to where a lot of things are in place, where it's going to take, I'm good with working 4 hours a day for the rest of my life. I'm good with that. And then I'm going to go have fun, and I'm going to live those ideal days. And those hours that I work are actually going to be chunked in there, mixed in with all the things that are part of my ideal days. And they are going to be different every day. And so maybe some days we'll be at the beach, maybe some days we'll be on a golf course, and maybe some days we'll just be out having lunch with a friend or coffee with somebody that I dig. I don't know. But I blend in as much as I can now. The simple parts. The parts where I'm driving that Ferrari and I've got a bodyguard. Well,
I just
I don't
really
have that
like
right now.
that idea. Oh
I
man,
really like the bodyguard.
that's
Yeah,
going in my
it's
perfect
really cool.
day too.
We're gonna hire one at the next event and
All
wear our
right.
pink hats, okay? And we're gonna have
Why
thugs with
not?
pink hats and suits on, okay?
Hey, I love it. It's.
Yeah.
I just wanted to interject right here too, while I have some internet connection. Um, I
Yes,
I
please.
don't actually work a job, but I work a position that I'm a 1099 employee, but I sell gifts. Okay, I go to different gift shops and I sell all kinds of different gifts, along with building my online business. And the crazy thing about it is, even though what I want to do is obviously transition into the online world full time, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And the crazy thing about it is my business is going gangbusters. And I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure it out, but then I'm thinking, you know what, Nancy, just don't overthink it. Just roll with it. Roll with it.
Well, and that's kind of how it works. If you can have fun with it,
in my lap, I'm just going to let it fall into my lap and let it come. And the funny thing is, a lot of the people that I talk to, that I deal with in my business, they are perfect people for my online business. And, you know, some of them I've been talking to about it. Some of them, you know, I've not talked to yet. But, you know, I'm just thinking, you know, maybe this is what is positioning me in a crazy sort of way, because this, although I can't call it a job, because like I said, I'm a 1099 employee, and it just fell in my lap. It fell in my lap, and I'm going like gangbusters. It's like, okay, you know, so sometimes I guess, you know, the message here is just to, you know, if something is going good for you, don't question it, even if it's not the direction you really want to go in, because it's going to lead you to where you want to go. And sometimes we don't always know everything, you know, and it's that trust factor, trust in what the universe is bringing to you. So, you know.
I agree.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Ah.
Yes. Yep. You know, take the leave the
Good
experience,
point.
take the life lesson. But you know, before we're almost coming up to the hour, but I just wanted to say, I don't know if anybody's ever heard Steve Jobs talk about his, you know, he never finished college, and he has been addressing colleges before he passed away. He addressed colleges, and there's one of them online. And he was talking about how he worked for a printer for a time doing the linotype and font setting and all that stuff. And, you know, he had all these menial, you know, kind of jobs if you look at it. And he said, you know, every single thing that I learned along the way brought me to that point where it all came together for me. So whatever it is that you're doing, I don't care if you like it or not. I don't care if it is just a bill payer for you now. Give it your best right now. Find something about that gig. And I just did a video about this and I posted it on Facebook, because years ago, and I'll tell this story very quickly, I wanted to make a lot of money. I just decided living in LA is expensive. I want to travel. I want to ski. I want to do all this stuff, and I want to make money. So a friend of mine got me this sales position because he told me he had been making great money. So I got this weird little office space that was in the middle of a warehouse with no ceiling. It had the fax machine, the copier, and God, they should have just put in a coffee machine too. But everybody congregated in there, and I wore a headset, and I had to cold call out of a phone book, okay? Business to business, out of a phone book. Ouch, right? But there came a day for me. I mean, I was into it about 3 days, but I really wanted this goal. And I just thought, you know what? You're going to have to figure out a way to have fun with this. And I did. I read How to Establish a Rapport in 30 Seconds or Less. I put a mirror up in my office so that I was always smiling, because people can hear it in your voice when you're, hi, this is Lillian with hi, this
Oh,
is,
yeah.
or they can hear, hi, this is Lily, and I wanted to talk to, they can hear that in your voice. So I kept a mirror there. I had a little whiteboard, and I'd put little strokes of how many no's I got. And I'm like, yep, thank you very much. Sometimes people were nice, sometimes they weren't. But guess what? I did the math, somewhere around that 25th, 28th call, that would be my person. And all the other no's were so worth it. And it didn't matter to me. I just had fun with it. And I just said, when somebody would get, kind of cocky with me on the phone, I'd go, it has been such a pleasure talking to you. I'll talk to you again in 2 weeks, because they were on my rotator schedule. I would call everybody 2 weeks, a month, something like that, and if they said, hey, I'm really not interested, you'd got on the 2-month schedule. Because the truth is that you never know when people's positions change in life. So somebody who's not interested in your business today, 2 weeks from now, they can get fired from their job and go, you know what? I really should take my life in a different direction. Who was that person again? So you have to stay top of mind. You have to stay, which is why I do videos and give away a little bit of myself. And so do these ladies, Linda and Nancy. We give value on our Facebook pages and on our fan pages, whether it's the personal page or the fan page. Because the truth is that as you get to know, like, and trust somebody, that's when you figure out, you know what? Yeah, I'll do business with her or him. And because not only have they been around for, and posting videos and giving, information and giving inspiration and motivation, but they've been around for a while. I've seen them kind of prove themselves out. They're here for me. They're not going anywhere. And that's the one thing about all three of us. We're not going anywhere. So
that's right.
And that's what we forgot to tell you about Princess Mafia too. Once you're in the family, it's kind of like Hotel California. You can't really get out, okay? So welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Now listen, that's not a threat, because we don't do cement shoes or any of that stuff, and we won't get Louie to chase after you, okay? But we do want you to stay. So no whacking involved. But we are family, we are tight, and that's the loyalty. That's who I seek. See, this is why I post videos and I do what I do and give value, because the people that I attract, I expect the same out of them. I want them to turn around and give value to other people, regardless of financial factors, because give out good energy returns to you. That's right. In many different varieties, one of them being cash, okay? And the other one being love. But until our society runs purely on love, cash is nice to have too. But providing value is really, really important. And I think providing inspiration, motivation, and helping people kick off their week is one sensational way to provide value. And I think that's one of the things. Now, these two are actually really waking up in the morning and actually show up for you to kickstart your week. And that's why we're here, to help you kickstart your week and just get going and doing that one thing right now after you get off this call that will take, Nancy had to go right away. It looks like she just blew out. She went to go do that one thing that will make your week terrific. She'll be right back. Yeah. But whether it's making a phone call that you kind of don't want to make it fun. Say, you know what, no matter what this person's response is going to be, I'm going to make this phone call anyway, because I'm going to have fun with it. I am going to establish rapport with this person, because establishing rapport is different than being somebody's friend. Okay? So understand that. Establishing rapport is giving a responsive response. It is not being their friend. Okay? So I like that. Yeah, but it's a fact. And, that's actually in the products that I'm going to tell you right now, and I wrote a post about this on Facebook, and I'll just reiterate it right here. I have spent close to $100,000 over the course of a lifetime, between a bachelor's degree in psychology, all of my hypnotherapy with all the modalities that I studied, 2 NLP practitioners, 2 intensives of NLP, all the other modalities, close to $100,000, okay? And the products that we have, and I'm not pitching the products, I just posted it, because the bottom line is if you don't want these products, I would love to know why, because they're personal development, business development, sales skills, and elevating yourself and others, all wrapped into one ball. Now, where are you going to find that? You're not. You're not. And every single time you watch those products, and I've just been reviewing it for the 3rd time, I see something and I go, how come I didn't catch that the first time? Well, because I was busy catching other things. Because one of the things in NLP is that we tend to delete, generalize, and distort. So our minds can only take in so much information at one time. That is why when you see a movie or, like I said, these videos, you take in different things each time because your mind is busy focusing on one thing for a span of time, and then it deletes or distorts or generalizes the others. And so most of the time it's deleting and just filing it and going, or it could be generalizing, going, oh, I've heard something like that before, boom, and it sends it into that little catalog in your mind of, I've heard this before. So that's why each time you come back to new information, go ahead. Boom. Yes. Speak it in existence. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. Well, and
Yes, they do.
that's why it's important to reiterate the message. Even our
Mhm.
Princess Mafia story, because we don't know who's new that pops on that doesn't know the story. And so
Right.
it's important to reiterate who you are, what you're about, what you stand for, because people need to know that and they want to hear it. Even your people who have been following you for a year. When I
Mhm.
say, I always at some point in my video say, "Oh yeah, and I'm Zen. My real name is Lillian, but I know you know that." People actually PM me now and giggle about that, because it, I say it because I don't know who is new that's following me. And I
Mhm.
want you to be able to know my real legal name as well as my
Mhm.
well-known nickname, you know who you're dealing with. And so, to me, it's just, I reiterate it all the time. And it's important for people who are just hopped on. And the people that know you and love you, they don't care that you reiterate that
Mhm.
story. And the Princess Mafia story, I think, is really a great story.
It is a
But
great
the
story.
reticular thing, I just wanted to say one thing about that because it is so true, and that is why speak it into existence is such an important audio. But
Yes.
speaking it into existence, if you don't have our audios and don't know what we're talking about, whatever it is that is your vision, your goal, speak it as if you own it. Okay? I don't care if you want a red sports car or if you want to help others like Mother Teresa. Say it out loud
Mhm.
with passion and conviction. And then guess what? The universe starts conspiring to deliver for you
That's
because
right.
it wants you to have that vision. It does. It wants you to have what you want, especially when you're willing to help other people get what they want. And that is the essence of business, helping other people get what they want. When I was in sales, I helped other people get what they want, even as minimal as it sounds. I was helping with advertising. Well, without advertising, they had no business. So I was a crucial part of their business. So I was helping them get what they want. They wanted other people to know about them. I helped them with their sales and marketing. Boom. Other people knew about them. They got sales. I helped them. So in essence, whatever it is that you do, always make it about helping somebody else achieve what they want. Because if you do that, they gain and they turn around, they say, that's how I got where I am. And it's not necessarily about glorification of me. I don't care about that. As Dave Wood put it so greatly, and it just really impressed me, and it was actually a visual. He put his hand up almost like to God, and he said, I don't want to be the conduit. I want to grab your hand and help throw it up. And that's exactly it. When you help others get what they want, it's not for your glorification. It's because you just help other people get what they want. And guess what? Energy just comes around your way. I don't care.
Right.
I've already said it. It's energy, good energy will come around your way. But handing it off, help them hand it off to the universe also.
And even if he's a lawyer, like David Wood said, I am a lawyer.
I am a lawyer. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, I am a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But I am a lawyer.
That was so funny when you posted that. I got the biggest kick out of that.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I am a lawyer.
I looked at Linda and I'm like, I'm a lawyer? I'm not a lawyer.
I think we better explain that to our group.
Warrior. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm one of those. Oh, my gosh. Oh, he did? Oh, sweet. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm a lawyer. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's great. I don't know if any of us took a screen. Where did Nancy go? She disappeared. Okay, well, okay. I think we're past the hour. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Oh, wait, I want to interject something, Linda, quickly. Sorry. Pammy, you missed the entrance to Princess Mafia. I'm really sorry that you came in late. We're running a little bit over the hour. I'm not going to be able to stay too much longer, Linda. So, Pammy, I'm going to suggest that you come back next Monday, and we tell the story at the beginning of the session. So it starts 9 a.m. Every Monday morning. Okay, so we'll reiterate the story then. Yeah, but it's a good one. So I would suggest coming back. And feel free to share. Feel free to share the link. Every day. Ideal day. Yeah. Stop by. No, she said she was having trouble, and I told her we were wrapping up. So she says, I'll tell her. Oh, yeah. No, driving and blabbing isn't a good idea. Are we off the air now? Oh, okay. I think we may have lost Nancy permanently. I told her we were about to wrap and if she could get back on for open seat, but it looks like nobody really wants to offer up for open seat anyway. So that's okay because it's late here. I'm just glad I didn't fall out more than twice. You are Linda Hopson. I am Zen Devon. Loehr. Yeah, she's lurking in the background. I'm gonna give her kudos or props right now anyway, even for not being here. Okay. Good night. All right, my girl, and I'll catch you on Facebook. Good night. Okay. Ciao. Okay. All right, bye.